Race 15, and we are in Melbourne. Puff is on pole from last time out race winner Remy LeBeau, and Rodney Sola up in third. Then it's Ocampo from Nelson and Hernandez, with Revo, car number 7, starting in 7th. Tenali Gabo out qualified once again, follows Sims and the Red Devil. Then it's Versio, championship leader Chiklerk and Todoroki, followed by UK Ball, Salos Kynes, Ica World, and Daniel Bogtasarov. Elliot Deli starts 18th from Scudderlin Rosak and Oscar Folstad, with Austin and Medicis for company. Returning down under in the ERL Formula E Series, Puff on pole, Remy LeBeau second, all 5 lights go on! And the Melbourne ePrix is green. Good start there from Rodney Sola off the line, of course, with the slipstream from the Jaguar in front. Remy's going to have the inside line again, heading down into turn number 1, as it was last time out in Shanghai. They remain 2 by 2, coming out of turn 2. Will Remy take the lead? He will, into turn 3. He's going for a second consecutive win on the season, as Hernandez up into third position. Great start from the Thai driver. As you can see, his teammate drops to 7th. Puff off the track they go. Track limits and all penalties, in fact, turned off due to that very chicane. The drivers agreed to that. But already, Remy LeBeau for the second race in a row passed Puff by the time they exit turn 2. On board we go with car number 9. We've received news that we should be having a car number 8 next season driving for Andretti. That's right. Linus Eriksson set to move to the Formula E Series, as there goes the Red Devil up into 5th. Looks for a way now to get past Rodney Sola. There he goes. Good move, using all of that attack charge on lap 2 of 14. It's a Jaguar 2-3. Can Puff reclaim the race lead? He can't through the first chicane, not just yet. As you can see, Hernandez defending from Sola. And now, the Scotsman has that rear gunner. He's got all of the defense he needs. He knows even if he fails to make the move immediately, he's gonna receive some support, but Sola is trying to take it away from him. Into the wall goes Rodney, slides, oh, big spin for the number 46. Tries to get that Power Motorsport car back onto the track, but he's surely outside of the points now. Held up Jonathan Sims there, and that's gonna be day over for car number 46. He'll still be in the race, obviously, but that was scary. The Red Devil really caught up in all of that. Got a little bit of damage, but nothing major. And all of that has just caused Sola now to drop to effectively the very back of the pack on lap 2 of 14. Puff with attack mode and attack charge being used in tandem as he begins lap 3. Remy LeBeau sets a 107.033, but for whatever reason, the Scotsman not able to get past the man in front of him. Hernandez dropped quite a ways, I believe, due to that incident, maybe not. But still, now down in 7th with Gabo up into P4. Ocampo takes that 4th position away from the Italian, as Ronnie has come into the pits. Puff still on the back of the man in front. Hernandez has moved up into 6th position. And they are trying to keep it a lot cleaner going through that chicane. It's really fast, and the wall is placed on the exact opposite part of the track that you'd expect. Puff now all over the back. He's got attack mode. On board we go with the 9. 320 kilometers per hour. Make that 330. Down the inside he goes. Decelerating at a rate of knots for Puff to take the lead here in Australia. The Frenchman now behind him, coming out of the final turn. What can Remy do to start lap 4? He's got attack mode. He's got the slipstream. Puff's gone 2 seconds faster on that attempt. Here comes Remy LeBeau down the inside. Almost the wall. Keeps it out of the barriers and reclaims the race lead. Brilliant to see from the blue Sims Motorsport car. But those softs, they are looking very much worse for wear. He's not going to have too much more time on those tyres. Ica was the only man to have started this race on the hards. No one else has done that. So we could see Ica struggle and drop down the order quite a bit, but gain track position. That is the strategy that you run with the hards, and it worked out last time out for Lawless Chiklerk. Will it work out this time out for Lawless's teammate, as Puff back again with attack mode? Not able to get past. He's probably trying to conserve some of that deploy to use. It was really close to the side of Remy coming out of that turn. Will we see these guys come into the pits? We won't. That's going to allow Puff to dump all of that attack mode and attack charge to reclaim the lead on lap 5 of 14. Puff from Remy LeBeau, and now Tenali Gabo is the Red Devil is the first of the top 5 to come into the pits at the end of that lap. Ocampo sends it down the inside, into the wall and out of the race for Sebastian. Full course caution, our first of the day, and it's for Sebastian Ocampo down at turn 2. It's not an unusual place for an incident. Went way too wide to try and make the pass. And that's Ocampo's day done and dusted. Full course cautions are ending. And Puff will resume the race lead once we go green and we are back under those green flags. Somehow, Scotsman was able to gain time on Remy, or maybe Remy's just slowing down. He's 3 seconds off the back. He's got the 2 Faraday Future Dragon Racing cars behind him. Faraday Future Dragon Racing to receive a partnership with Nissan next season. Whether or not that will stay past season 25, we will see. But it should mean that we will get that Cherry Blossom livery back. And honestly, when Nissan was confirmed to stay for the ERL 02 regulations, as Hernandez goes side by side with his teammate there around the outside of Gabo. When Nissan was confirmed for season 22, we all hoped to see that Cherry Blossom livery, but we just didn't. Hard's going on for Tenali Gabo, and Puff's coming too. Hernandez is leading his first laps in an ERL 02 as Nelson is out. That's the man second in the standings. He's wall riding. That's day over for the DS Virgin driver. Another full course caution in quick succession as well. Puff's come out of the pits on the hard, and of all drivers to be in the hot seat to be leading this race, if your first curse was the Red Devil, you're a cold hard liar, my friend. You did not think that the Red Devil was going to be leading this early on, but he's got the net race lead. He's the highest man out there who's yet to who has made his first stop, and he's now trying to get past first Theo. The Brazilian driver's been very impressive throughout this season. That's almost the wall for the 99, as the 9 trying to close up, trying to defend from 9 squared behind him. On board we go with Remy LeBeau. He's in the slipstream of Puff in front still. And considering the performance of both teams, I'm pretty sure I've said this already in one of our prior races, but don't you think that Remy, his move to Red Bull Sims Porsche might have been a little premature? Because that Kiro Raceco team, when it became Jaguar, they've been doing very well, but we expect to see some action in the pits. That's versus Theo into pit lane. Remy LeBeau's now up into the race lead. Not too sure how he's done that, but he's reclaimed the race lead here. There goes Gabo down the inside, sends it off the track for Puff, and he just keeps it out of the wall, but he does have to drop down to 4th at half race distance. And oh, that's Gabo! Power train failure for Faraday Futures number 29. And unfortunately for them, their future has been cut short. Gabo is out of this race. On lap 7 of 14, there was no contact or anything like that. It just looked like the car went go from him. Full course cautions are ending as we've got darkening clouds here in Melbourne. And you can see Hernandez in that number 52 car. It's a recycled number in the ERL. He's trying to close up to the back of Silas Kynes, and I'm not too sure if he'll be able to make that work. Puff right now, he's playing it very safe. He's not closing in his teammate, he's not moving away from Revo, he is holding on to 3rd position, and that's exactly what I feel like he needs to do. On to lap 8 we go with Remy LeBeau at the front of the pack. The top 3 have passed pit lane entry. Sorry. Quanto Dereiki there in the slipstream of Revo in front. He's going to try and take 4th there, heading down into the the first chicane. Side by side they go, keeps it out of the wall, unlike his teammate, and that is Kwon Todoroki up into 4th position for now. But Revo pulls the switch back, holds it around the outside. He'll keep that sideways action once they get into the second sector. On board we go with the 7. And he's just let it go effectively. Todoroki with the fastest first sector of anybody. Solar comes in for his second stop. Won't be his last one. Soft tires going on. We've got yellows in sector 2. Who's that for? That can't be for Remy LeBeau. That is not for Remy LeBeau, thankfully. But no, it's Hernandez. Charles Hernandez in the wall. It's the other Faraday Future car. And this race is turning out to be a disaster for that team. We came into this with a very good qualifying, a very good few opening laps, but now after a powertrain failure, and now this from Hernandez, this is really going to be a struggle. We're on to lap 9 of 14, 5 to go. We've still got those dark clouds. In comes the Red Devil. This could be a very big problem for that Jaguar team. Soft tyres going on for a second stop of the race. You've got a little bit of mist also into the pits there. Hernandez, and is that Ica World also in for his first stop? It is. After 8 laps on those hard tyres, we've still got those dark clouds. Will we see rainfall? It seems inevitable at this point. Puff is dropping off the back of Remy LeBeau. There's no pace in those hards. Nothing at all for the Scotsman to use. Solar with the fastest third sector of anyone, down in 18th position in front of Ica World now. 55 seconds covers the entire pack. As we watch that 9 car, will Remy come into the pits at the end of this lap? He does. In comes race leader Remy LeBeau. And Puff is going to stay out. Jaguar are betting on rain. Medium's going on for Remy LeBeau. Puff now leads in front of his former adversary in IndyCar, that being Kwon Todoroki, also in. Revo, medium's going on. These two could be fighting for the lead today if it does rain. And Kwon in that 66 car, despite the issues that those softs definitely have, can he just extract a little more pace, that little smidgen of pace that he needs to get past Puff? He's done it before countless times in IndyCar. In his final few starts in Formula E, can he do it again? He's in the slipstream, he's using attack charge, he pulls alongside Puff, who's also now using attack charge. Side by side they remain, heading through the chicane. Side by side they continue. It's going to be attack mode for Kwon Todoroki. We believe, no one's got attack mode. Kwon doesn't have it. He's going to have to concede that attempt to the lead for now. But we remain on board with the Japanese driver. He now gets that attack mode. On to lap 11 they go. These two fighting for the lead on the road, but they are really hoping for some rain. Kwon almost into the back of Puff there. Sims comes into the pits. Kynes is into the pits. These two are really stretching the lives of their softs and hards while fighting over the race lead. And for Puff, this could be a race lead that slings him right back into the championship battle with only a handful of rounds left to go. The 66 is out of the race! Neither Andretti driver will finish. It's a full course caution on lap 11. That promotes Versteo up into 3rd. For Puff, he probably would have wanted that to happen a little later on in the lap, just so he can make it into the pits and benefit from this. Right now, the only man who can is Elliot Deli, and he's not going to. He's just pitted already. Full course caution is ending. And we get back under those green flags. He's using his attack charge, is Puff. He can make it to the end. I don't think he wants to make it to the end, but he can if he has to. The rain, according to our radar, it might not come. It might come in lap 12, but if it doesn't come then, it likely will not. In comes Puff from the lead of this race. That will promote Versteo to the lead. If not, Remy LeBeau sends it down the inside through the chicane. Oh, that's cold. I don't usually use words in that tone, but yes, I feel like that's I feel like it's worth it to say that Remy LeBeau now leads from the Red Devil and Lawless Leclerc. Puff re-emerges in this race in 6th position behind Revo. Possibly even 7th behind Sims. He is behind Jonathan. So that's 7th place for Puff right now. Can he gain 13 seconds with those tyres being the way that they are? Leclerc really struggling with those mediums, and I'm not too sure if he'll be allowed to pit between now and the end of this race, as we are on board with UK Ball. Staying on board with the 89 then, and he makes his way through that chicane, and still in 4th position. We have seen a potential spike in tyre degradation around this point in a stint. This is what we saw in practice, but we're not too sure if we'll see in the race as well. In any case, I think it'll only be Leclerc who'll have to worry, and that is the championship leader, currently running in 3rd. On the penultimate lap, he's hit 24%. It's now a race against time for him to see if he can make it to the end of this race. Meanwhile, the Red Devil and the 99 fighting against his first teammate. These two debuted alongside each other at Kiro Raceco, that team now known as Jaguar. And they did some amazing stuff there. They both won before their 15th start. They're both definitely championship caliber drivers. But now the race is to see who can get that championship first. Puff's just set a fastest first sector. He's on the back of both Revo and Jonathan Sims. The 11 going alongside with the 7. Side by side, it's 7 versus 11. Heading into the final sector now. And Sims concedes just to get that attack mode. Those clouds have been staying with us for a while now. On board we go with car number 9. 56%. That is the spike. That's the spike in tyre wear that I was talking about earlier, that we saw in practice. Puff goes up into 6th position in front of Sims, but he's close to the wall. We're on to the final lap here in Melbourne, Australia. Puff is trying to take 4th there, and he's going to do it. That's 4th for the Scotsman. Meanwhile, the Monegasque Brit in front of him has hit 3%. 7 laps on those mediums is 7 laps too many for the championship leader in Lawless Leclerc. He's hit 1%. He hit 0. Leclerc has hit 0 in the 2nd sector. And he's got a rear puncture for the number 16. Gets dodged by Puff, and we've got a full course caution. It's Jonathan Sims out of this race. He stopped in the middle of the road. And that will bring a speedy end to procedures. His teammate will go on now to win his 2nd race on the bounce. With 2 rounds to go after this in Buenos Aires and Indianapolis. That's 50 points on offer after this race. This will help Remy LeBeau to try and take his first career championship. A victory in Australia. It's not a guaranteed way of winning a championship, but the greatest have all done it before. And Remy LeBeau now will step into history and will place his ticket into the championship. Another full course caution, but Remy LeBeau takes the win. Hernandez has got a puncture. Delhi is out of this race at the same place where Sims wrecked. Leclerc, he's managing with a front and rear puncture right now. Hernandez has gone on the front and the rear. That's just unfortunate. Austin, he's managing his tyres. He's got a rear puncture now. Austin's been hit with a puncture too. This is like Gateway, where we saw basically Cars 2 camera gun. Bogdasarov in that 97 car running that throwback paint scheme for the Edams Renault team, but I don't think he's going to get past Iker here. He will not. Leclerc came across the line in 8th. And for Puff and for Remy LeBeau, Puff was able to take 2nd. The Red Devil got a puncture there by the end of that race. For Puff and for Remy LeBeau, both drivers are now able to try and go for the championship. And effectively makes it a 6-way battle. And Solar's got damage, same as Rotak. And they've both got punctures. Do they both have punctures? No, it's just Solar who's got the puncture at the very back of the pack. Wow. Just wow. I usually try to end races with something quippy, with something that sums up the race as a whole, but just I don't have anything to say. One Sims driver wins, the other one crashes out. That's it. As Solar comes across the line. And this is your podium. Remy LeBeau taking victory for the second race in a row in front of the two Panasonic Jaguar drivers of You Are Puff and the Red Devil. Brilliant stuff from the top three, as I always say, after a finish like that. Then it's Revo in 4th from Solos Kynes and You Cable. There's Theo came across the line in 7th from Chaklerk and Ica World. Then it's Bob Tsarov rounding out the top 10 from Hernandez, Falstad, Medicis, Austin, Rotak and Solar, with the non-finishers being Deli, Sims, Todoroki, Gabo, Nelson and Ocampo. In the driver's standings, Lawless Chaklerk now leads the way, and it's Your Puff in 2nd. He's 1 point in front of Marcus Nelson, and then Remy LeBeau is 4th. Tenali Gabo is out of the title challenge, is he? No, he's not. He's still in this, just about, but U Cable and everyone behind him is out of the title battle right now. Then it's Ocampo, the Red Devil, Ica World, Solo, Todoroki, Revo, Sims, Kynes versus Theo, Hernandez, Austin, Deli, Bogdasarov, Rosak, Falstad and Medici. So in the constructors standings heading into the 16th and penultimate round of the championship in Buenos Aires, Pinnacle Motorsport lead the way on 253 points from Panasonic Jaguar and DS Virgin Racing, who are 10 points up on Red Bull Sims Porsche. Then it's Power Motorsport, MS Amlin Andretti, Faraday Future Dragon Racing, Mercedes EQ, Team Edam's Renault, Toyota Gazoo Racing and App Schaeffler Audi Sport Porsche. We will see you guys next time, man, when the ERL returns.